Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks so much for joining. Whether you're watching now, later, whenever, hopefully not never. Wishing everybody a happy full moon, happy new moon. Jeez, can I get anything correct recently? No. All right. Happy new moon to everybody. We're gonna be having a new moon officially in just a little while here. So new moon in Capricorn. Hopefully it's new beginnings and good ones for everybody and myself included. Because yesterday's predictions, way off on both, got both wrong, but it happens. Trying to move forward and move on, even though I'm still irked about it. I'm still pissed at myself, but trying to use it as a learning opportunity. Even though I'm still really mad, still really ticked off at myself that I got both wrong. We'll go over that a little bit and then going to try to redeem myself, get back on track here today with the NFL game slated for today, pull up their astrology charts and do the thing. So again, appreciate everybody stopping by. Hope you're doing fabulous. Right now for me currently, the wind is whipping everywhere and I can barely see across the street. So hopefully, if anybody's dealing with any uncertain weather conditions, you're staying safe and doing all that good stuff. So anyway, hi, Ryan. I saw your comment. In fact, dude, that is so okay. Whenever I'm in like other people's chats, whether it's like on YouTube or like on TikTok, I'm always trying to like type something out on my phone and then it will send. Like I'll accidentally hit send and it's like a couple letters or it's all like mashed up together. And then I feel like a freaking idiot because I'm like, okay, well, I didn't want to send that. I feel stupid. But so anyway, no big deal. Technical difficulties, grammatical errors, no biggie at all. Good to see you. You feel bad for the Bills Mafia and Josh Allen. They got to tick me off by not eliminating that smug jerk, Sean Payton from the playoffs. Yeah. Interesting how that game panned out yesterday. I had the Bills winning in a close one by 3 points. So I got the point spread right. And I got the fact that it was going to be a nail biter, a really close game. But as it turns out, the Broncos ended up getting the victory 33-30 in overtime. Definitely some questionable calls there in that game that I thought personally. But Sean Payton, man, Capricorn, he's born during Capricorn season, having a Capricorn new moon today, all of this energy in Capricorn. So I briefly mentioned that yesterday when I was going over the chart, and I was interested to see how that was going to like pan out. And I mean, the Bills had it too. They had every opportunity, but Broncos, they were riding, right? they were riding. So the Broncos kicked the Buffalo out of there and they're moving on. So very, very close game, such a nail biter. So, and the 3 points. So I guess I could be happy with myself about that, but didn't get the winner correct on that one. And then, I'll pull up the 49ers and the Seahawks chart. That one, I was like way off. I had the 49ers winning in a close one by 2 to 5 points, and they barely scored 6 points. They couldn't even get in the end zone. And what was the final score of that one? Let me look at my notes. Final score of that one, Seattle 41 and the 49ers 6. Just a complete bashing that the Seahawks did to the 49ers. I did, obviously, you guys probably already know this. I did re-look at the charts, and I was looking at the charts as the games were playing out. So I feel like I found what I missed. Definitely in the Seahawks chart, like I found what I missed, and it's just like I completely overlooked shit, which really as an astrologer pisses me off. But again, I'm trying to learn from it, even though I'm still really irritated with myself. And nobody likes to be wrong, of course, but I'm not going to go back and delete my stuff and say I didn't say what I said because I said what I said. So moving forward, and again, going to try to redeem myself today. Dr. Welk 85, what's going on? I'm going to get to that. These charts, okay, since the new moon is happening, it's interesting for both. I was looking at both of the game charts this morning, the Patriots and the hosting the Texans. The start of this game at 2 p.m. East or 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern is right at the new moon. So that's when the moon and the sun are going to be at the same degree, 28 degrees of Capricorn. So that'll be interesting to see how that manifests. Right now, I'm going to kind of talk my way through it too. I haven't like finalized my decision on anything. I'm going to talk my way through it on the stream. But as of right now, I am leaning towards the Patriots over the Texans. And the Bears and the Rams game, that one's even more like, I don't feel confident, but I'm kind of leaning more towards the Bears, but I'm seeing like good things for the Rams too. So definitely going to talk it out, but how I'm feeling right now before I make the official predictions, either way, I'm leaning more towards New England. And I'm leaning a little bit towards the Bears. But again, I'll pull up the charts and talk. I'm going to talk my way through it. But if you're just stopping in, that's cool. But that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. I will finalize, as we go on. But appreciate everybody stopping by and being here. Let's see. Yes, Ryan, I did see that. Actually, Angel let me know that. Hi, Angel. I see you in here. Angel let me know that yesterday during the stream. I didn't know that. And then I saw Vocal Vike posted a video about it too. So I went over there and watched that. Yeah, interesting. I mean, the first domino to fall, I guess. And it's just like, I don't know, like the skeptic and the tinfoil hat in me with the Vikings. I just feel like it's such a deflection. Like Kevin O'Connell and his team is like a deflection on, for him. It's like, no, dude, you're the head coach. We got to be looking at you here. But, I didn't actually think the offensive line was that bad, right? So I don't know. What do you think about it, Ryan? Like, what do you think about that? Hi, Angel. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. You have New England and the Rams winning today. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards New England. Again, I'm going to kind of talk my way through it, but I'm leaning more towards New England. And yeah, with the Bears and the Rams, that one's like, I don't know, that one's like really tough for me per the chart. The astrology chart, it's like I could see both teams kind of getting the victory for different reasons. The fan in me, taking the astrologer hat off, the fan in me, I would actually like to see the Texans win. I like Danielle Hunter, former Viking. He's on the Texans. I would like to see him, do well. But then on the flip side, former Viking to Stephon Diggs, he's on the Patriots. So that would be kind of fun too. So, as a fan of both teams, the Texans and the New England, like I really don't care, And then for the Bears and the Rams, that's another one where I really kind of like could be swayed either way. It'd be cool to see an NFC North team like continue on. But then, in solidarity with my friend Peo over on Rams Radar with Peo Time, he has a channel over there. I'm sure he's going to be streaming later, so I'll have to stop in there. He's here sometimes too. I don't think he's here today, but he's probably busy getting ready. But, to be in solidarity with him as a Rams fan, that would be cool too. So, I mean, as a fan today, I guess I don't really care. Whatever happens. But yeah, we'll see. So it's always fun to see how the chart plays out in real time, though, the astrology chart. Thanks, Mars. I appreciate that. Happy to see you here. I hope you got the notification. That's so annoying. But yeah, no one's perfect all the time. You're very right. I need to remind myself of that. I am like, yesterday when I was watching those games play out, and I posted like a TikTok video doing kind of like a recap, like I was just so irritated with myself, like so irritated, more so for the Seahawks than the 49ers, just the obvious things that I looked over there. And obviously for the Bills and who did they even play yesterday? Oh my God, I'm blanking. The Bills and the Broncos. Still irritated about that one, but I was a little bit closer. The game was close. I said it was going to be a nail biter. It definitely was. And I got like the 3 points right, but I picked the Bills to win. So, but yeah, man, I am just like so hard on myself. It's just like, but I mean, you're totally right. Nobody can be perfect all the time, of course. So, and then, yeah, it just happens. And of course, like I posted short videos on my TikTok of each game, the Planetary pregame for each. And of course, I was wrong on both. And of course, those videos are doing really well on my TikTok channel. And I'm just like, of course, the ones that I'm just like totally wrong on are the ones that people are seeing the most. So then I was just even more like, wow, like way to go there. But so what do you do? I guess moving on. I was like, I could delete them, but I'm not going to delete them. Like I said what I said. So it's there, And I was just waiting for like the comments to come in to being like, you got it wrong, which they did come in on my TikTok channel. And it's just like, I mean, yeah, okay, I was wrong. So you had to take time to tell me that I was wrong. Like, okay, rude ass, like, bye. So anyway, trying to move on. Hi, Texas, in recognition of the Seahawks, and go Sam Darnold too. And as a fan, I'm totally cool because I was rooting for the Broncos as a fan. And Sam Darnold, good for him. I'm so happy for him. So in recognition of the Seahawks' complete destruction of the Niners yesterday, a donation has been made in your name to the Human Fund. Thank you, the Human Fund. Thank you, very good. The Human Fund. Hi, Corey. Good to see you. Yes, I am online right now. Yep, I'm back today. Hope everything's going well with you. Thanks for stopping on through. Always good to see ya. Trying to redeem myself after yesterday's picks. I'm still irritated about it. I mean, I'll shut up eventually, but I'm still just, there's Danielle Hunter. But I'm still pissed. Okay? Pissed at myself. Ryan, I think it's a start, but KOC will be more scrutinized this year. He was spared this year because of the two reasons. One, the team finished over 500 with everything that went wrong. And two, he was saved because of Coach of the Year. Yeah, for real. I think Kevin O'Connell has really like slid under the radar as being I don't think he's a very good head coach at all. Like, I don't think he is. And, the good stuff that he does do, his freaking ego and attitude gets in the way. It just does. It's like, and he never owns up to his shit. He never takes accountability at all. It just says the same thing week after week. It's on me. It's on me. I got to do better. But yet he does nothing differently at all. The only time he did switch up the play calling was when the freaking pitchforks and the torches came for him. That was the only time, right? Like the villagers, went after him. So, yeah, I mean, the Vikings, they got their shit to figure out, okay? Like, figure it out, okay? Figure it out. Texas, the refs robbed the Bills of that game. Also, the Bills' 5 turnovers did not help. Yeah, Josh Allen, what did he have? Like 2 or 3 turnovers. And, that one call where it was like the turnover, but the ball hit the ground, like that was really weird. I don't know. Like that was strange, but very close game though. And obviously it went into overtime and 3 points. So 33-30. So yeah, they're the Broncos moving on and the Seahawks moving on. So it should be interesting. So anyway, all right. So, we got Randy Moss. Woo, Randy, my favorite Viking of all time. He's on the panel right now. He better be wearing a faux fur jacket, but I doubt that he is. All right, I got my Randy Moss bobblehead over here. That's Randy. 2 interceptions and 2 lost fumbles. Okay. Very good. I mean, not good, but thank you. He's good at keeping the team together, but his ego will be his downfall. Absolutely. The Wolves need to step in and put him in check. Yeah, I'm like, again, the majority of you know this. Like, I'll always be, have a little soft spot for the Vikings because I was born and raised a Vikings fan. But, I mean, as time goes on, like, I'm not going to stand for their stupid bullshit. Like, I don't have to keep cheering for that freaking team because what are they doing? They're not doing anything. And, yeah, it's just like I'm over cheering for those losers. Like, figure it the hell out. Okay? And then get back to me, okay? And like, yeah, I don't want to hear it. Well, you're not a true fan. Hey, guess what? I've been a fan my whole entire life. I'm over 30 years old. I'm under 40, but I'm over 30, okay? And it's like, I'm not going to sit around for like 40, 50 years and wait for a team to figure their shit out. I'm not. It's just freaking stupid. And especially like them not owning up to anything, which is no surprise at all. Again, I said this yesterday. If the Vikings would just have said, you know what, we decided to go with McCarthy. We thought he was ready. It just didn't turn out that way. And we had to kind of navigate and do the best we could, and it didn't work out. I would have so much more respect, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And it's like, I mean, even the last game of the season, a meaningless, stupid game. Everybody, the whole stadium was filled. Stop going to the games and stop giving them money. The Wolves are just going to keep doing what they're doing and keep running the team how they want to run the team because they still get money in their pocket. Like, what the hell do they care? Okay. Anyway, didn't mean to like go on a rant about the Vikings, but it's just like, and like also the like press conferences and all this shit, like don't talk to all of us fans like we're stupid. And we don't know, we can't see the writing on the wall, like what's going on, okay? Like that's the shit that really pisses me off. Like we're not dumb, okay? Maybe some people, missing a few crayons out of the box. But overall, like don't talk to us like we're dumbass. We're not a bunch of dumbasses out here, okay? Let's see. Oh, you were on Brandon Perna's channel? Yeah, he's a Broncos fan. Yeah, I bet he was really excited about that one. Yeah, I bet he was freaking out. Okay, so just to, I'm just going to recap just really quickly. I'm just going to recap those charts from yesterday, okay? And then I'm going to pop into the charts for today. Here we go. All right, let me share. Thanks, everybody, for stopping on by. I hope everybody's doing great. And again, happy new moon to everybody. Hopefully everybody can have a nice new beginning and a fresh start. I'm definitely looking for that. Especially after yesterday. Seriously, I'm still irritated by it. All right, so this was Denver and Buffalo yesterday. Again, I had the Bills winning by 3. And the Broncos ended up winning by 3. You just can't go wrong. The Broncos were ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's the greater benefic planet in astrology. It usually brings blessings and good luck and positivity. Jupiter being in Cancer loves being there. It does really well. The Broncos were right on the Bills' ass. They were right in their first house, okay? So they got the victory in the end. They got that good luck. And I originally thought that it was not going to turn out well for the Broncos because the moon, which co-rules every single chart, was opposing, this red line here was opposing Jupiter. And the moon in Capricorn doesn't like being there. So I really thought that that was going to just be a negative in the end for the Broncos. But as it turns out, Jupiter just really overpowering with that good luck energy, like I've seen in the past. And apparently I just can't learn my damn lesson. Okay. And then for the Bills, they were ruled by Mercury yesterday. And Mercury was right at the same degree as Mars. Mars is the lesser malefic planet in astrology. Mars can be kind of mean. Mars generally does well, though, in a sporting arena. So that's kind of why I thought that the Bills had the edge because their ruler, Mercury, and Mars were right next to each other. And then they also had Jupiter in their first house. But as it turns out, the Broncos were just overpowering them, were basically on their ass and kind of took the game over. And another thing that I found interesting looking back on it was that the Bills' ruler, Mercury, was in their 8th house. And the 8th house is associated with other people's money, but it's also associated with death. So it was like the Bills, had their own death from that game, from the Broncos. So anyway, just a recap on that game yesterday. Let's see. And now I'm going to pull up the Seahawks and the 49ers really quick. Yeah, I saw that too, Corey. I saw that they did hire Kevin Stefanski. Yeah. Matt Ryan is like the president or something of like football operations for the Falcons now. And Pizza Ranch Boy was on the panel yesterday. I didn't hear anything that he had to say. But I definitely feel like that's a good arena for Pizza Ranch Boy. I feel like, again, I've said this so many times, he could be like a really good motivational speaker or something like that, or like a politician, just because he's got that that nice smile, nice teeth, and just can lie between his teeth with the smile on his face too, and just kind of tell you what you want to hear. So if he could just stay on the panel, stay away from the Vikings, that would be appreciated. So yeah, we'll have to see what Kevin Stefanski does in Atlanta. Hey, William, how you doing? Thanks for joining. John Jay, what's going on, man? I had your team winning yesterday. What happened? All right. You're not even mad that the 49ers lost. 49ers overachieved. Question, are you rooting for the Rams because you're a Viking? Actually, I'm not rooting for either team. I don't care. I don't care at all. Like as a fan, because I just look at the astrology and I go by that. And when I look at the astrology of the games, I can't be a fan of any team. I have to stay completely neutral. I have to stay objective, and it just is what it is. But like as a fan, I would be happy if the Rams won just to be in solidarity with Payo Time, Rams Radar with Payo Time. He's a channel on here. I don't know if you know him or not. I feel like you maybe do. So that would be cool, for him. I'd be happy for him. But, it would also be cool to see the Bears win as like an NFC North team, to kind of continue on. And that would be fun too. But yeah, sorry about that loss yesterday. So I will say that I'm definitely rooting for Sam Darnold, though. I want him to do well. So that was cool. But man, just a struggle. And that game yesterday just started out with like, damn, okay, Seattle, like you're really showing everybody what's up. And yeah, their defense, just not to be, in the words of Michael Scott, not to be truffled with, okay? But yeah, I don't know, just hoping for some good games, but it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And speaking of, here's the chart for that game yesterday for the Seahawks and the 49ers. Right, William? Yeah, that was some interesting calls in that game yesterday. Very interesting. I'm still just mad about it, but just mad at myself that I didn't get it right. Again, I got the 3 points right. I got the nail biter of a game right for Bills and Broncos, but I had the Bills winning by 3. And it looked like for a minute there that they were going to win by like 4. And like they had it right there, the opportunity. But that call at the end, like that pass interference call at the end, which put them at like the 24, like put the Broncos at like the 24-yard line or whatever. Like, okay. And that could also be associated too with the fact that the Broncos were ruled by Jupiter yesterday. And again, Jupiter can just bring good luck and blessings. And yeah, in the end, that just Big Daddy Jupiter coming in clutch for the Broncos there. And I should not like Sean Payton just because of like the Vikings and Sean Payton history. But I'm not going to lie. I like Sean Payton. He is a little bit smug and can be kind of like, okay, dude. But at the same time, he's Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. We were all born during Capricorn season. We're in Capricorn season right now. So, but on the 49ers front, Brock Purdy is also born during Capricorn season. And look how that game ended up for him yesterday. So it just depends on the timing of everything. But yeah, that was interesting calls there. You want the Patriots to win, but I think Houston will win by 7 points. Yeah, that Houston defense is insane. So we'll have to see. We were both wrong. Yeah. Ugh, I'm so mad about it. I'm just still pissed about it. I said I'd shut up about it, but I clearly haven't shut up about it. I'm just so hard on myself. So I'm just like, wow. Anyway, trying to learn it, use it as a learning opportunity, you guys. And, but I'm still annoyed at myself. Okay. Because looking back, especially for the Seahawks, this chart that we're looking at right now, especially for this chart, I just overlooked like things that were so freaking obvious. And I did mention this. I posted a short and I posted it on TikTok, like a recap of yesterday's predictions. But for Seattle, they were ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Okay. Uranus over here, Saturn over here. Both of those two planets were in great communication with one another, both at the exact same degree of 27 degrees. And then they were also getting support from the moon, helping them too. The moon is the co-ruler of every single chart. And for Seattle, their game, how they played their game was right, right in their first house with Pluto. It's like they had the game completely like in the bag. I was worried because they had all of these planets in their 12th house of hidden enemies, including the sun. And the sun was the ruler for the 49ers yesterday. And the sun is like vitality and leadership. And it's so, so powerful. So that's why I thought the 49ers had it in the bag. But and the sun was right next to Mars. Mars does really well with sports, and Mars co-ruled the 49ers gameplay. But it just is another reminder, like for myself, that Mars is a malefic planet. Mars is and can be mean, and it rules cutting. Okay. It's like the 49ers were cut, like goodbye, sayonara, see you later. Okay. And then the co-ruler for the 49ers game yesterday was Pluto. And Pluto was right in the Seahawks, like first house of themselves as a team. Like they didn't allow the 49ers to have any sort of game at all. So like looking back at everything, I mean, it's obvious to me now, but clearly it wasn't yesterday. So anyway, moving on. I know it is time to shut up about it, but I can't. I know. I can't. I actually can't. Okay. Correction. I can and I will, but just know that I'm still irritated about it. But no, you're totally right. And I was texting with my mom yesterday too about it, about how livid that I was. And she was just like, okay, get mad about it for 10 seconds and then move on. Like she was getting irritated because I kept going on about it. She's like, move on, let it go. And I'm like, I can't. I missed all these things. Anyway. And then, yeah, of course, the videos that I posted about it on TikTok were the ones that have the most views. And somebody's like, you're wrong. I'm like, oh, God, of course. Like, of course, when I start posting on there and doing my predictions, I get them wrong. Okay. I'll be quiet now because it is annoying. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so new moon today, new beginning. We're moving forward. Okay. But yeah, new moon in Capricorn, everybody. And yeah, I hope it's the next 30 days and a new cycle for everybody. Have a new beginning. With the new moon in Capricorn, it can be a little bit more serious and maybe like work oriented and stuff like that. But yeah, happy new moon to everybody. Ryan, I want the Patriots to win. Nothing personal against Hunter and the Texans. Oh, of course not. You have the right to your opinion, Ryan. You can cheer for whoever you want to. But they have yet to win a Super Bowl, and they just happen to be the last team in the playoffs who haven't won yet. Okay. Breaking false news. The Broncos are signing 44-year-old grandpa, old Grampy, Phillip Rivers to start next week. That's funny. Oh my God. That's not real, right? Because you said it's false news. That's another thing too. I saw I forgot about that until you just mentioned it. That Bo Nix is out now. Like he had that great performance yesterday and now he's out. Yeah, who are they going to sign? Your mom sounds like my dad when I watch football with him. Yeah, my mom's one of those people where she focuses on the positivity, right? Which is great. Like, and I'm just like naturally negative and pessimistic. So like, yeah, she's like, it's okay to be mad about it, but like, just learn from it and move on and let it go. But yeah, she was getting irritated that I kept going on about it. And she's also the type of person where she'll just stop responding. Like she'll just stop responding to me. All right. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, the parents, they got to do what's best. But yeah. What's John Elway or Uncle Rico? Yeah, exactly. Right. What are they doing? God. Yeah. Who are they going to get it? Who's their backup quarterback in Denver? I don't even know. And they're one of my backup teams that I root for. All right. So here we go. I'm going to pull up the chart for Patriots and whoever the hell they're playing, the Texans. Here we go. Trying to redeem ourselves from yesterday. Well, myself. Patriots versus the Texans. All right. Here we go, everybody. Uncle Rico. That's so funny. I bet I could throw, what does he say? Like back in the day, I could throw a football over those mountains, right? Uncle Rico's the best character in that movie too. Napoleon, I told you not the fun pack. Put it back. All right. Actually, Uncle Rico and Kip. It's like a tie, okay, between Uncle Rico and Kip. Because Kip is hilarious too. Like, oh, geez. Napoleon, don't be jealous that I've been chatting with hot babes all afternoon. That's so funny. Right. Oh, my family knows better than to call me after a Vikings game has gone south, right? Yeah, I used to be that way. But now it's more like when I get a prediction or something wrong. But yeah, like back in the day, it's not so much the same anymore just because like, you know, it is what it is. I care more. I care and like to look at the astrology more to learn about the sporting events. And I like that more now, like as I get older. But yeah, I mean, back when I was younger, if the Vikings lost or something, that would just piss me off for like the rest of the week. But now, like, it is what it is, you know, but to each their own, of course, you know. But yeah, nobody would call me during Vikings games either or text me. Corey, the Texans are the only team in the NFL that as of today have never played in a conference championship game. Really? Jared Stadium is the Broncos quarterback. Oh, he's an ex-Patriot. Yeah, and Corey is a Patriots fan too. So Corey, I know you're going to be rooting for Patriots today. And this is their chart right here. Oh, okay. I don't know who the hell that is, but thanks for letting me know. Like, who the hell is that? I mean, clearly he's a person. Jarrett? Let me look him up. Jarrett Stidham? Okay. Never seen him before. Couldn't even pick him up out of a lineup. All right. He joined the Broncos in 2023. Or wait, he was with the Raiders in 2022. And then he joined the Broncos in 2023. Okay. Well, you know what? They got to do what they got to do now that Bo Nix is out. So, and Jarrett, he's 29 years old. He was born August 8th of 1996. He was born during the Leo season. All right. Well, hopefully he can step up for the Broncos there and they can continue riding. All right. Thanks for letting me know, you guys. Because I didn't know. All righty. Okay, people, here we go. Patriots and Texans. At the start of this game is when the new moon is happening. That's when the sun and the moon come together, you guys. So again, happy new moon, everybody. New beginnings, okay? Fresh starts. And that is happening right at the start of this game, which is also very interesting, okay? Oh, he's been in the league 7 years and hasn't thrown a game day pass in 2 years. All right, well, now is his time to step up and shine, okay? All right. Yeah, I've never heard of him. But, you know, that's not saying much because I do not follow, like, you know, the players and stuff, especially, like, with the NFL as much as I used to. Because the majority of you all know this, I just stick to the astrology now and go by that. But, all right, so taking the fan hat off here, people. So the Patriots, again, the moon is the co-ruler of every single chart. And, again, at the start of this game, there is a new moon happening, okay, when the sun and the moon come together. All right, it happens every 30 days because the moon moves around the zodiac very quickly. Okay, so the sun and the moon are actually in the Patriots' first house of themselves as a team. Okay, so could this manifest as a new beginning, a fresh start for the Patriots that they're going to continue and move on here? That could be a possibility. And with the sun and the moon together as well, the moon rules our emotions. The sun rules who we are at our core. It rules our ego. All right. The moon in like world astrology, it rules the people. So I expect, and no surprise to anyone, the fans to just be elated, completely zoned in. Like they're ready. They want their team to keep going. They are so excited. And again, is that a surprise to anyone? No, but it's definitely reflected in the chart here. And Corey, what did you tell us earlier here about the Patriots? Let's see. Corey, didn't you say something about the Patriots earlier? Some stat about them? I thought you did. I guess you said that about the Texans. I thought you gave me some sort of stat. Oh, here it was Ryan. The Patriots have yet to win a Super Bowl, and they just happen to be the last team in the playoffs who haven't won one yet. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So this could be like a fresh start for them to get to the big game. Okay. All right. And then for the Patriots today, we'll start with them because they're the home team. Their planetary ruler is going to be Saturn, okay? Because the zodiac sign that rules the Patriots today is Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Again, shout out to all my Capricorns out there. I was born during Capricorn season. We're still in Capricorn season for a couple more days. Got a tickle in my throat. Sorry. My God. Have you guys ever got that where you just get a little tickle in your throat out of nowhere and it's just like, oh my God. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Trying to chug water over here. Okay. All right. I'm okay. Now it's making my eyes water. Oh my God. Have you guys ever gotten that? Or like all of a sudden it just like makes your eyes water, like, oh my God. Okay. So Saturn, that's going to be the main ruler for the Patriots today, all right? But the Patriots, again, they also have all of these planets in their first house, which rules them as a team. So they have Mars there. Mars in Capricorn does really well there. Mars is what's called exalted in Capricorn. So Mars feels very at home in the sign of Capricorn. Mars is very fast energy. It can be very aggressive. So I would expect the Patriots to play that way. And then they also have Mercury, the communication planet, in their first house. Mars and Mercury are right next to one another. So it would not surprise me if the Patriots play this game very, very quickly. Being that they're ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a very slow moving planet, but Saturn is all about like restriction and doing things like by the book, doing things by the rules, putting the work in, and it's about longevity. So if they can just stick to what works for them, this being the Patriots, but also like make it a little bit faster than normal if they can, but it's kind of hard with Saturn because Saturn moves really slowly, but methodical and taking risky moves, but that makes sense, if that makes sense for the Patriots. And then the Patriots also have the sun and the moon in their first house, which again, new moon happening, new beginning here. Moon is our emotions. The sun, again, is our ego. All right. So there's all of this like emotional energy in regard to the Patriots today. All right. So let's see. The Texans have yet to play in a championship game out of all the other teams. Okay, thanks, Corey. All right. That's good to know in context here. On this date in 1912, British explorer Robert Felton Scott and 4 members of his expedition reached the South Pole. Oh, really? Only to discover that Roald Amundsen had preceded them by a month. Interesting. I didn't know that. Little fun fact for today. And it's interesting, too, that they went to the South Pole during Capricorn season. Oh, no. That's too bad. That's a little bit of a morose ending there. I mean, it happened a really long time ago. So, that's too bad. That's crazy. I mean, thinking about people that, like, went to sea. I mean, even now, or that were exploring, like, the unknown and everything, like, that is, like, man, you're just putting it all on the line there. So, I did not know that. All right. Fun fact from Texas here. All right. Now, I'll just flip over to the Texans. Now, the Texans, their zodiac sign that rules them as a team is the sign of Cancer. Okay. I have a little gnat flying by me. It's from my plants over here. It's kind of driving me nuts. It's like a little tiny gnat. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 plants over here in the corner. So I think it's coming from one of those plants. But anyway, so side note, if you see me like doing this, it's because there's a little tiny gnat flying around in here. Okay. So the Texans, they're going to be ruled by the moon today, okay? And the moon, again, in the sign of Capricorn, having a new beginning. However, the moon in Capricorn is what, God. Okay, I need to take another drink of water. Jeez. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So the moon in Capricorn is what's called in its detriment there, because the moon naturally rules Cancer. And when the ruler of a sign is currently in the sign opposite, so the moon being in Capricorn, Capricorn and Cancer are opposite signs. The moon does not feel comfortable and necessarily feel like at home in Capricorn. All right. But then for the Texans, they also have good luck Big Daddy Jupiter in their first house, okay? And just like yesterday, all right, especially for the Broncos, they were ruled by Jupiter, all right? Man. And Jupiter, again, can bring blessings and can bring good luck to things. And Jupiter feels right at home in the sign of Cancer, all right? So we have Saturn being the ruler of the Patriots and the moon being the ruler of the Texans today, okay? So for each team, how they play their game, let's take a peek at that. So for the Patriots, their gameplay is going to be ruled by Mars, all right? And again, Mars does well in sporting events because it's our drive, it's our ambition. It also can be a meanie, okay? It can be mean because it rules anger, frustration, fires, blood, cutting, and loss, okay? So we have to remember that. And Mars is right in the Patriots' first house of themselves as a team. So I would expect them again to be very focused and to kind of like go for like the jugular of the Texans. All right. And again, Mars does well in the sign of Capricorn, which is where it is. And also the Patriots have Uranus in their fifth house of how they're going to play their game today. Uranus is unpredictable energy just as a planet. It's chaos. Like it's something that's going to like throw you for a loop that's unexpected, but it's slow moving. So it's going to happen over time. All right. And Uranus is already unpredictable. And Uranus right now is retrograde. So it's moving even more kind of like erratically than it normally does. But if you look, Uranus is at 27 degrees of Taurus, and Saturn, the Patriots, is at 27 degrees of Pisces. Those two planets are perfectly aligned. They are 60 degrees apart, and in astrology, that's called sextile, and that is good communication between two planets. It's very, very easy communication. It's smooth, okay? So I would expect the Patriots to, be disciplined, be structured, do what works for them. And, maybe throw a little bit of a wrench in there, okay? Maybe throw a little bit of a turd in the punch bowl, okay? To try to kind of throw off the Texans, especially, the Texans have this amazing defense too. And the Patriots have had really good offense. So throwing something at the Texans that they're not expecting, okay? And with Mars in the mix, ruling how the Patriots play their game, and Mars is fast and quick and cutting energy, doing something unexpected, something risky, something fast, but they know that works for them. Like something the Patriots have done in the past that's, a little bit different, but that they know that will work. Something that they've done in the past, like a play or something that it can be a little bit surprising, but that they've pulled off in the past. Okay. And then for the Patriots, their longevity, how they're going to show out on a public level today is ruled by Mercury, the communication planet. Mercury is all forms of communication, talking, speaking, writing, typing, texting, emailing, all of those things, obviously, all forms of communication. And Mercury also moves very, very quickly. And Mercury can be a trickster. The energy of Mercury can be tricky. It can kind of, throw you for a little bit of a loop here. And Mercury is also in the Patriots' first house of themselves as a team. So having this like trickster energy, but like having it be also disciplined, I feel like will work well for the Patriots today. All right. And then on the flip side, back to the Texans. So again, they're ruled by the moon. The moon is conjoined the sun. So there's a new beginning happening. Emotional energy. Okay. Obviously, this is an emotional game for both teams. And what I don't really like for the Patriots is that the moon, i.e., the Texans, they're right on top of the Patriots. Like, we're on your ass, okay? Like, we're here. Hello, we're here, and we know we're playing in your house, but that doesn't necessarily scare us. But the moon, i.e., the Texans, in the sign of Capricorn, it doesn't feel, again, as comfortable there, all right? So for the Texans, the ruler of how they play their game today is Venus, all right? The lesser benefic planet. And Venus is at 1 degree of Aquarius. The moon is moving towards Venus, but it's not there yet. The moon is in Capricorn, Venus is in Aquarius. So they're in 2 different signs. So it's like the Texans are trying to work towards getting there, all right? But they're not doing anything right now. And then Jupiter also in the Texans' first house of themselves as a team. Jupiter is all the way across the board from the moon. So the Texans could have some luck. Definitely, they could have some big kind of explosive plays and could make some big moves here. But it's like themselves as a team is all the way across on the other side of, where they want to be, something like that. And also Jupiter is not doing anything with Venus. It's far away, okay? They're not making any sort of communication. And then for the Texans, their longevity, their career, how they show out on the public level today is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter, again, in the Texans' first house. So I would expect, the Texans, again, they're not going to like go in there and just like lie down, right? Like, okay, like we're here. Our defense is legit. We're not going to make this easy for you. All right. And then Saturn, i.e., the Patriots, are right in the Texans' 10th house of their career, how they show out on a public level today. And Saturn can slow things down. It can restrict things. Neptune can bring delusions and illusions, all right? But for what I like for the Texans is that Jupiter is in good communication with Saturn and Neptune. And also the moon is in good communication with Saturn and Neptune. Now it's like, who has the edge here? Like, which team, has like the better placement? That's the thing where I'm like, dang, like, because I don't want to underestimate, like, because the Texans have all of this, the Patriots have all of this energy, right? But I don't want to like underestimate the Texans because they have all of this stuff too. Again, they're ruled by the moon. There's a new moon today, new beginning. Just so happens to be right in the Texans' first house of themselves as a team. But again, the moon, i.e. the Texans, being in a sign that it doesn't feel comfortable in, I feel like that kind of takes away a little bit from the Texans. However, again, on the flip side, the Texans have both Jupiter and Venus kind of like on their side today. And I've seen that in other charts play out positively for a team when they have both benefic planets, that being Jupiter and Venus, on their side. So that's why, again, it's kind of like, okay, well, who's gonna win here? Like, which team has more positivity going for them? And the Texans too, they have this circle with an X on it, helping them out, which is called the part of fortune. It's an Arabic lot in astrology. So that's right there kind of on their side. All right. So And another thing too, like the Texans are right there. They're like right on top of the Patriots. Okay. But the one thing for the Texans that I'm like, that's not as positive as like for the Patriots is the fact that Venus at 1 degree of Aquarius is the ruler of the Texans game, how they play their game today. And Venus is not doing anything with the moon during this game. It will later, like the moon actually later today will come together with Venus. And we're going to see that in the next chart for the Rams and the Bears. But during this game, that's not happening yet. So I don't necessarily like that for the Texans. And then Jupiter and Neptune, the rulers of how the Texans show out on a public level, their career, their longevity. Venus is not making any communication with Jupiter or with Neptune. Neptune and Venus have a slightly better line of communication, but it's still just like not strong enough for me. So I'm going to give the edge to the Patriots today. And again, I don't think that the Texans are going to make this easy, okay? They're not going to just like go in there, of course, and like lie down, all right? That's just not how it's going to be. They're going to make it difficult. They're going to make it challenging. Like with the Patriots being ruled by Saturn, the Patriots are going to have to put in the work. And they're going to have to stick it out the entire game. It's like they cannot let their foot off of the gas because if they do, the Texans are just going to come in and take advantage of that. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Cheers, everybody. And again, I shouldn't say the one thing. Another thing I'm like, oh man, like how is this going to play out? Is that the Texans being the moon, again, having this new beginning right in the Patriots' first house. It's like, could that manifest as like the Texans snatching, the Patriots' momentum and like moving forward with their new beginning? All right. But I am going to pick the Patriots in this one, okay? Obviously, we'll see how it plays out. And in regard to the points, let's see. So Saturn, again, the Patriots at 27 degrees, the main ruler. Man, I feel like this could be like a 1-point game, you guys. Like a 1 to 2 point game. I would say anywhere from like 1 to 4 points or like 1 to 8 points. I don't like to do too wide of margins. I'm really trying to figure out the points here. But with the Patriots at 27 degrees, Saturn at 27, Uranus at 27, obviously that's the same degree. Mars is at 26 degrees. Mars, again, rules the Patriots game today. So obviously 26 and 27, that's only a 1 degree difference. And Saturn is at 27 degrees and 26 minutes. Mars is at 26 degrees and 27 minutes. So again, that's just like a 1 minute differential. We could also look at Mercury. Mercury is how the Patriots show out on a public level. Mercury is at 26 degrees. So again, it's still like a 1 degree difference. Yeah, I'm going to go for like 1 to 4 points, 1 to 8 points. We'll say like 1 to 4. 1 to 4, 1 to 8 points for the Patriots. I'll give myself a little bit of a wider margin here. We'll see how it pans out. But I'll say Patriots by 1 to 8 points, okay? Win the game by 1 to 8. But again, I do not think that the Texans are going to make it easy. Now, on the flip side, if the Texans, so just for the record, I'm picking the Patriots by 1 to 8 points to win today. But if the Texans do win the game, if they do end up winning, I will definitely equate that to the fact that their ruler, the moon, is right in the Patriots' first house of themselves as a team. Like, we got your ass, okay? And also the fact that the Texans have Jupiter on their side, okay? And Jupiter can be so powerful. I've seen that play out just within the playoffs here, the last like 2 weeks. That has played out very beneficial for teams when they have Jupiter on their side. So if the Texans do win, I could see it being because of that. But, all right. Now, moving on from that one, okay? Because that game's going to start in about, or wait, did that game already start? That game started 15 minutes ago. So let's see what's going on here. They're on commercial. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. And then I'm going to move on to the next one, which is the Chicago Bears and the Rams. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let me grab the right chart here. I have so many charts. Okay. So many tabs. All right, here we go. You guys, it is so freaking windy out right now. I can barely, I can't even really see across the street. The snow is just blowing everywhere. All right, so all the charts are tricky for me. And, you guys know this. I'm always trying to learn, and apply that to the next chart that I look at to do the next prediction. But, man, this Bears and Rams one, this one's just like, oh, man, who's going to take the cake here? All right, let's see what's going on here in old Foxborough. Because they started. Oh, it looks like the Patriots already scored. Wow. Looks like it's snowing there. All right. Okay. Did Stephon Diggs score? Wait a minute. Was that Stephon? Anybody know? All right. So the Patriots are up early, 7-0. I don't think it was Diggs that scored. They just had him. But all right. So I just clicked it over. All right. We'll see what happens there. Okay. All right. Texans are getting the ball. They are at about 9:30 in the first quarter here. Okay. So moving on to Chicago and LA. Here's their chart for tonight. Let me go over to my notes. And again, I had to write it down. Okay. So I didn't forget. It's kind of hard to see. You can't see it. Ugh, the light is just too bright. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Here. Look at all my notes, you guys. Okay, so Patriots by 1 to 8. I got to write them down so I don't forget, okay? Okay. All right, moving on. Nerd notes. 2, Bears versus Rams, 5:30 Central. Here's the chart for that game. All right. Corey, I know you like the nerd notes. 40 years ago, the Bears shut out the Rams en route to clobber my Patriots. And in the 1986 Super Bowl? No shit, really? Oh, man. Could that be repeated today? All right. Let's dive in. You guys are giving me all the good factoids. I appreciate it. I don't know these things, so thank you. All right. It's almost 2:30. I don't want to stay on here too long, you guys, just because, especially since I've been snowed in pretty much the last few days, my dog hasn't really been able to be outside that much. So it's man, I just want to go and play some games with her and give her some extra attention here. So anyway, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. All right. So, Chicago and the Rams. Here we go. Now, moon co-ruler again of every single chart. Yeah, Corey. I know you like those. That's funny. Okay. The moon now at 5:30 Central Time The moon has moved into Aquarius, okay? So the moon will be at 0 degrees of Aquarius at the start of the Chicago and the Rams game, all right? Ooh, potentially. Yeah, potentially. Very well could be the case. Yeah. We'll have to see in due time, Corey. We will know. Now, for the Bears, we'll start with them. So again, the moon, the co-ruler, every single team. The moon will have just moved into Aquarius, being at 0 degrees. Every zodiac sign is 30 degrees, or 0 to 30 degrees. So the moon is just moved into the sign of Aquarius, okay, at 0 degrees. So she's just kind of getting her footing in the sign of Aquarius. And the next line of communication that the moon is going to make is conjoining with Venus. Venus is the lesser benefic planet. Venus rules what we love, who we love, our money, our aesthetic, how we like to dress, things like that. All of the nice, sweet things. Venus rules women too. So the moon will be colliding with Venus, or pretty much they are already colliding kind of at the start of this game. And for the Bears, they're going to be ruled by Uranus and by Saturn, okay? So Uranus, again, at 27 degrees of Taurus. Uranus is unpredictable energy, chaotic, unexpected. Uranus is retrograde, so it's already behaving, a little bit more chaotic and unpredictable than it already does. Saturn, the co-ruler for the Bears, is at 27 degrees of Pisces. Those two planets are in perfect alignment with one another. Perfect alignment with one another. Again, Saturn is a slow mover. It follows rules. It prefers structure, and discipline. All right. So if I were the Bears astrologers, I would be like, you need to be disciplined. You need to do what works for you. And if you can throw in something unexpected that has proven to work for you in the past, kind of like New England a little bit, that would be beneficial. All right. And the moon being in Aquarius is not doing anything with Uranus. It's also not doing anything with Saturn. However, the moon being in Aquarius, the lord or the ruler of Aquarius is Saturn, and modern day ruler is Uranus. So it's kind of like the lord of the moon is Saturn and Uranus, and Saturn and Uranus are the rulers for the Bears. So it kind of also makes sense that the chart is reflective, like the Bears are playing at home. The moon rules the people. The moon rules our emotions. Being in the sign of Aquarius, there could be some quirky kind of energy in regard to like the fans and in regard to the Bears today too. Just like, because Aquarius is kind of like the alien of the zodiac. They don't follow like a traditional path. They're like forward thinkers, kind of like future thinkers. They kind of, go off the beaten path a little bit. They kind of like to do their own thing. Like that's kind of Aquarius energy. All right. And then for the Rams, they're going to be ruled by the sun. All right. And the sun at 28 degrees of Capricorn. The sun rules, again, leadership, vitality, our ego, who we are at our core. All right. So that's going to be the Rams today. So interesting energy here. And the sun just came together with the moon, a couple hours, like right now, the sun and the moon are together. There's a new moon happening right now. But at the start of the Rams-Bears game, that energy is already going to be passed. So it's like the moon just shined its light on the sun. So now there's this new beginning. So for the Rams, they got kind of like enlightened earlier illuminated rather by the moon. All right. So for the Bears, how they play their game today is going to be ruled by Mercury. All right. And Mercury is at 27 degrees of Capricorn in absolute perfect alignment with Uranus and Saturn, their rulers. All three planets are at 27 degrees. Okay, if you guys see these thick blue lines here, this is positive, good communication. Okay, Mercury is like the Bears, how they play their game today. The communication planet is in perfect alignment. It's what's called trine. That is the best line of communication that any planets can have with one another, the most positive. And Mercury and Uranus are in complete agreement, complete alignment there. Again, Mercury, communication, Uranus, unexpected energy, okay? Chaotic energy, unpredictable energy. And Mercury is also in perfect alignment by what's called a sextile, which is good, but it's not as good as a trine, but it's still good, in perfect alignment with Saturn. Saturn, the co-ruler for the Bears today. So it's like, I think the Bears are just going to be like focused in, like zeroed in, like this is our chance. Like people keep expecting us to kind of like fall off, and like, you know, going against the Rams, that's a big undertaking, right? The Rams proven winners. So it's like all in, okay? All in. And if you think again about Mercury, Mercury can be trickster energy, all right? So something a little bit like, you know, off the book, but that the Bears know that works for them, all right? What's the weather like in Chicago? Game temps will be around 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that's balmy. Falling with wind chill below zero. Yeah, they can deal with it. Wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Yeah, that'll be rough. The Rams don't stand a chance, so you have the Bears winning by 12. Okay. But it's interesting, though, like Matthew Stafford, the quarterback, obviously, for the Rams, he's not a stranger to playing in the elements, you know? So that'll be interesting. So right now, it's 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It feels like negative 22 for me right now. And the wind is at 27 miles an hour. So, yeah, I know how that goes. But thank you for the weather update about that. Very good. Okay. Now, for back to the Bears here, how they show it on a public level today, their career, their longevity is ruled by Venus, okay? And Venus is going to be the next line of communication that the moon makes. The moon, again, the co-ruler of the chart, okay? And the moon can be associated with weather too. So it's interesting. There might be, you know, being in Aquarius is an air sign. So that's kind of funny, you know, Texas with the weather update, there's going to be some extra wind today in the Windy City, right? So, and obviously the Bears playing at home, they're no stranger to the elements, all right? And let's see. So now on to the Rams. So the Rams, again, they're ruled by the sun at 28 degrees of Capricorn, coming off of the new moon, being illuminated by the moon. And for the Rams, how they play their game today is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter and the sun are not doing anything with one another. Okay? And the moon is not doing anything with Jupiter. But again, Jupiter is the greater benefic planet. Jupiter will expand things that it touches, brings good luck and positivity. So obviously, I don't expect the Rams to just like go in there and like fall flat, right? But the sun and the sun and Jupiter are not doing anything with one another. If anything, they're in a wide opposition from one another. So the Rams themselves and how they play their game are kind of on like two ends. So it might be like them just kind of like having to reconfigure, like they want to play one way, but they have to play another, right? It's just, again, like the opposite ends here. And then for the Rams, how they show out on a public level today is ruled by Mars, okay? And then also they have Uranus in their house of their career and their longevity, which again, Uranus is one of the rulers of the Bears. Now, what I do like for the Rams is that the sun and Mars, how they show it on a public level, they're right next to each other. And Mars, again, does well in sports. Mars in Capricorn feels really good there. And also what I like for the Rams is that Mars is in the Rams' sixth house. And that is the house where Mars finds its joy. So Mars is just like extra amplified there. Okay. And obviously, again, the Rams are like no stranger to being in this position where they are. Like they have been in the public view for quite some time. They've won the big game before. Like, they know what it takes to get there. And with Uranus in the Rams' 10th house of how they show out on a public level, the sun is in good alignment with Uranus. Mars is in good alignment with Uranus. All right. And Jupiter and Mars, again, Jupiter, how the Rams play their game today, and Mars, how they show it on a public level. Those two signs, or excuse me, those two planets are opposite one another. Okay. So it's like, could this manifest as like, obviously the Rams want to move forward and they want to win, but it's just like what they want to do and what's happening are like on two opposite ends. Okay. And let's see, what else? Yeah, I think I already talked about kind of all the main points that I wanted to talk about. What I don't like for the Bears is that one of their rulers, Uranus, is retrograde. So sometimes that, again, Uranus is already unpredictable energy. So the fact that Uranus is retrograde, that's even like more unpredictable and even more quirky than it normally is. All right. So we can look out for that. Mars attacks. Exactly. Yeah. Mars attacks. That's funny. Mars is in its happy place. Okay. Especially for the Rams and Chicago, because Mars, while it doesn't naturally rule Capricorn, it enjoys being there. And Mars in the 6th house, it's going to be in the Rams' 6th house. It does well there. So, I mean, this is a little bit of another tough one. But the fact that Mars and Jupiter, the two planets, again, one which rules the Rams' game and the other their career, their longevity, those two planets are opposite one another. Yeah, I don't really like that for the Rams. And the moon is not helping Jupiter anymore. It's also moved away from the sun. But for the Bears, what's a little trepidatious for them is that they have all of these planets. They have Mars, Mercury, the sun, the moon, Venus, and Pluto all in their 12th house of what's hidden away from them. So it's like this unexpected energy is all like hidden away from them. And the 12th house is associated with hidden enemies. Okay. And then on the flip side, for the Rams, they have Jupiter in their 12th house of what's hidden away from them. And Jupiter, again, rules how they play their game. So it's like hidden away from them. But on the flip side, it's the same for the Bears. How they play their game, Mercury, is also in their 12th house of what's hidden away from them. So who has the edge? This is the tougher one out of the two charts today. I mean, they're all challenging for me, but I'm going to pick the Bears over the Rams today just because of this perfect alignment here, this triangle energy, and those planets all are associated with the Bears. Again, they're two rulers, Saturn and Uranus, being in perfect alignment with one another. And they're both in perfect alignment with Mercury. Mercury rules the Bears' game, okay? They're all at the same degree, okay? And they're all in signs that get along with one another, okay? And again, too, the fact that the next line of communication the moon is going to make, which again, the moon is the co-ruler of the chart, is with Venus. and Venus rules how Chicago shows out on a public level. All right. So I'm going to take the Bears over the Rams today. All right. Hey, John, how you doing? You got both of yours right yesterday. I think you picked the Broncos and you picked the Seahawks, right? Congrats. Nice. I went over the Patriots already and the Texans. I picked the Patriots to win by 1 to 8 points. So I already went over that chart. And then I'm just wrapping up the Bears and the Rams, and you're going to take the Rams. Okay. Mars, my initials. That's how I come up with the Mars. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Very good. My one of my grandmas, her name was Marlis, and I used to call her Mar. So I like that. That's very good. Very good. My initials are JC Casey because I have 2 middle names. So yeah, those are my initials, JC Casey, which is kind of interesting. Okay. So in regard to the points here, where's my pen? You guys, where did my pen go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. I feel like it's very fitting for you, Mars. Yeah, very fitting. Is your middle name Andrew or Anthony? You don't have to tell us. All right, so I just clicked over now to the Patriots and the Texans. It looks like it's 7-3. Patriots up by 4 currently. So for the points for Bears and Rams, let's see here. Man, it could be another tight one here. Another close one because yeah, the moon and Venus are 1 degree apart. Obviously, Saturn and Uranus are at the same degree. You know, kind of similar. Again, I have the Patriots winning by 1 to 8. And yeah, the Rams are not they're not gonna make it easy for Chicago. Like Chicago's gonna have to hold tight, all right, the whole entire game. And the Rams, you know, being a California team, while they might not be used to all the elements that they're gonna have to deal with, their starting quarterback, Matthew Stafford, is obviously no stranger to playing in the elements because he used to be in the NFC North, obviously. Yeah, I'm going to say like 1 to 7. I'm going to say Bears by 1 to 7. Bears win by 1 to 7. Got to write it down. And just kind of how I did with the other chart here, again, for the record, taking the Bears over the Rams, the Bears to win by 1 to 7. But now, if the Rams do happen to win the game, I will equate that with the fact that they are ruled by the sun, which is so powerful, okay? So powerful. Again, it's like our vitality. It's our life force energy, right? We can't live without the sun. And the fact that the sun is right next to Mercury and the sun is right next to Mars, Mars does well in Capricorn, where it is. Mars also does well in the 6th house. It's in the Rams' 6th house, so it finds its joy there. Mars rules the Rams on a public level today, their career, their longevity. Uranus is also kind of a co-ruler for the Rams' career and longevity. And the sun is in good alignment with Uranus. All right. So if the Rams do happen to win, I could see, you know, how that could also take place. But kind of the biggest thing for me is the fact that how the Rams play their game and how their career is on a public level today. Mars and Jupiter are opposite one another. So that was kind of like one of the main things that made me pick the Bears. And also the fact that the Bears, again, this perfect alignment, this triangle going on. All right. But a little trepidation for the Bears too. They have all of this planetary energy hidden away from them. Okay, including the Rams. The Rams are going to be in the Bears' 12th of hidden enemies. Okay, something hidden away from the Bears that they can't see. So, anyway, that's everything in a nutshell. But officially, picking the Patriots to win by 1-8 and the Bears to win by 1-7. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see how it pans out. All right, obviously. And again, it's cool to see how the charts play out in real time. And I can always go back and check my work, just how I had to do yesterday. All right. And today, because I was wrong yesterday. So I had to go back and check my work, see what I missed. And I said I'd shut up about it. And for the most part, I did shut up about it, but I'm still mad about it. So, oh, Alan. Okay. Right on. Right on. Very good. Yeah. Anything can happen. Of course. Anything can happen. But what's happening in the sky is reflective of what's going on down here and vice versa. Just for me, like as an astrologer reading the chart, it's like, am I reading the chart correctly? Am I seeing everything correctly? Because everything's played out in the chart. I mean, it's all right there. Okay. Again, as above, so below, vice versa. But that's where my job comes in, where am I reading it correctly? Am I seeing everything correctly or not? So, but yeah. All right, you guys, we shall see what happens. And let's go back to the Patriots and the Texans. It's 7-3 still. They're just about done with the first quarter. Patriots up by 4. Oh, man, it looks like it's like raining, sleeting there. So it kind of sounds like, well, the Patriots and the Texans are dealing with the elements, and then Texas gave us the weather update for Chicago and the Rams. It seems like both games today, they're going to be dealing with the elements. All right. So, yeah, it'll be interesting again to see how everything plays out. But that's everything in the nutshell, you guys. So anything else anybody have before I sign off here? Again, I really appreciate everybody stopping through, watching, hanging out, giving me your predictions on what you think's going to happen. Appreciate you all. And it looks like the Patriots just turned it over. Oh, you know what? Too, for Vikings fans, I forgot that Garrett Bradbury was on the Patriots. He's on the Patriots now because he's right there. I totally forgot about that. And, yeah. Rams just turned that ball over. Or excuse me, the Rams. The Patriots just turned the ball over. It looks like Drake May fumbled it, or the ball got knocked out. Yep, that Texas defense coming in clutch there. It's interesting to me, too, that whoever forced the fumble here, I don't know who did it, but I'm trying to see, like, who did it. But they're being a little bit cocky. It's like, all right, Houston, I mean, you guys, your defense is obviously really, really good, but currently you're not winning. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, Drake May lost the ball there. Let's see how they rule it. I mean, it looks like the Texans are going to take over here with about a minute left. All right. And, yeah, it's like sleeting and snowing. So, the elements are going to make it extra crazy today. So, we'll see. But, yeah, once again, appreciate everybody joining. I think that's all I got, you guys. I'm going to probably sign off here and put my dog's coat on because it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds almost here. Barely see across the street, but what do you do? And another thing, too, like as I get older, I definitely, like born and raised in Minnesota, currently live in Minnesota, But, man, I kind of want to move to a warm climate. Just like, oh, man. I would like to go outside right now for more than like 10 seconds without my face freezing. Okay. But what do you do? Right. So hope everybody stays safe, does all the things, especially if you're dealing with some weather stuff right now. And let's see. When am I going to be back? Definitely do a recap. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe pop on tomorrow and try to do a recap. And if I don't go live and do a recap, I will, because I'm back on TikTok now. So I'll try to make a short video recapping my predictions for today, however it plays out, and post that on my TikTok channel. And then I've also been doing my little predictions on like the shorts, on the short segment of YouTube too. So I'll try to put it on there if I don't come back live. And then we'll have the next line of games, I think, next weekend. Yeah, and then it'll be the big one. So we're winding down for the NFL anyway. So thanks, Corey. Yeah, always good to see you. Jazzy Jade, I like that. C-Mac attack. Stay cool, my friend. Stay cool. And yeah, be safe too. If you got to drive to work or get on out there. But yeah, I think that's all I got. And for those of you that are on TikTok, if you want to follow me over there, again, I'm back on there. My dog has a TikTok page too. I put them in the description of the video if you guys want to follow. Mars, I know you did. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll see what goes down. I'm just kind of looking at my notes here to see anything that I might have missed. Sometimes though, you guys, when I'm looking at the charts and I'm looking at the notes, it's like, I just have to like look away. Like I've been looking at it for too long where I'm like, ah. Oh, you know, one thing really quick too, before I go, I wanted to ask my pendulum today, if it would give me the winners of the games, but, I forgot to ask it. I guess I could still ask, but. So here's my pendulum. All right. And basically you just ask a question and it'll move, you know? And obviously I'm not moving it. So I'll be like, show me yes. I'm not moving it. Show me yes. So that's yes. Thank you. Show me no. So now it's moving forward, backward. I'm not moving it. That's no. Moving forward, backward. Thank you. And then it stops on its own. So I was going to ask my pendulum about the games today. I guess I still could. Hi to Gigi and the foster kitty. I will tell them that you say hi. They're both taking naps right now. And yeah, too, just a side note, if anybody knows anybody that wants a kitty, I'm fostering a kitty. She's a gray tabby. She's been on the channel before. You can email me if you want more information. Again, we're located in Minnesota, but we can kind of travel around. But yeah, I'll definitely tell them you say hi, Corey, for sure. Yeah, it's just been kind of like nap central just because it's so freaking wicked outside. It's just crazy. And I did post a short video of me and Gigi outside the other day too. It's on my YouTube channel underneath the short section if you guys want to go check it out. And then I posted a couple videos on my TikTok channel too. One on Gigi's page and then one on my personal page too if you guys want to go check that out. But yeah, I definitely will tell them that you say hello, that you give your regards. And Gigi is such a freaking social butterfly that she, I think, has just been getting some cabin fever. Like, hasn't really been able to go, like, see anybody, you know, other than me. So we haven't really been able to go for walks either because we're going to get freaking blown away. And it's like -22 feel out right now. So what do you do? Just wait around for spring to happen. So I don't know, you guys, before we go to, we could ask the pendulum about the games today to see if it'll give us an answer, and we'll see if the pendulum's right. Oh, I definitely will, Mars. Yes, I will give them each a treat for you. Yes, definitely. You have a great night too. I appreciate you guys being here and checking it out. But while we're here, I'm still here and I have the pendulum. Let's ask. Oh no, you took the recycling out for a few minutes and fell down. Holy shit, no. Ugh. That's part of the trudge, right? You got to trudge out. My driveway is slanted as well. And I have to like, when I take my trash and recycling out, I have to like go to the edge where like the grass is, but there's snow there for like traction. Otherwise, I will fall on my ass too. So everybody stay safe out there, okay? Looks like the Texans just scored. All right. So I'm going to ask the pendulum while we're still here, okay? Hi, Dalton. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Christian Kirk. I like him. I forgot he's on the Texans. Hey, Dalton. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's going to be 10-7 here. I'm on the Hulu stream, so I'm like 60 seconds behind. All right, so let's ask the pendulum while we're still here, okay? Are the Patriots going to win their game today? All right, that's a yes. That's what the pendulum says. The pendulum's usually pretty accurate, but the pendulum has been wrong before. It has given me incorrect information before. All right, now, thank you. Are the Texans going to win their game today? Now it's going forward and backward. So that's no. Thank you. And then just to make sure the pendulum's telling me accurate information, is my name Jade? Yes. Okay. Now, we'll go to Chicago and the Rams. Are the Chicago Bears going to win their game today? That's yes. Okay, thank you. Are the LA Rams going to win their game today? Are the LA Rams going to win their game today? A little hesitant there. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, thank you. We'll see if the pendulum is right or wrong. Okay. Thank you, pendulum. Always got to tell your stuff. Thank you. You'll take my trash out for me. Thank you. Good. My trash and recycling. I think my trash goes out on Tuesdays, and then the recycling is every first and third Tuesday. Thank you. You think the Texans are going to win? All right. Yeah, they're definitely ahead now. So I know the Rams question, that's like a maybe. So yeah, we'll see. But I didn't ask the pendulum about the games yesterday. But that's kind of like, again, like with the pendulum, the majority of the time when I go to the pendulum and I ask the pendulum for information, overall, it has given me accurate information, but there have been times where I've asked it things and it's given me the wrong answer. And with the pendulum, it has to be yes or no. So, we'll see. But again, just for the record, myself and the astrology of what I see, if I'm reading it correctly, okay, the chart correctly, I have Patriots winning by 1-, what was it, you guys? I already forgot. 1-8 points, and the Bears to win by 1-7. So we'll see how everything pans out. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. You'll be there? Great. Good. Good deal. Thank you. Doing the dirty work for me. Thank you. And, to be fair, I don't have a lot of like trash or recycling, I maybe have like 1 or 2 little bags a week. So yeah, it's basically a lot of it is pet excrement, right? From the foster kitty and my dog when I clean up the yard too. But So got to do the cleanup. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I'm scooping poop again. Here we go. But that's what happens. So yeah. But I appreciate, again, everybody being here. So we got to ask the pendulum. And yeah, I'm going to go let Gigi outside and we're going to brave the elements. And again, if you want to check it out on my shorts, I posted a couple videos there. And then on my TikTok channel, I have a channel. And then Gigi's got a channel too. My dog has a channel. So I've been posting some videos there. Again, if you guys are on TikTok and if you guys want to go check it out and follow. I'm trying to do more like little short videos too. And you guys all know this, I can be so long-winded. Like I'm doing the Minnesota goodbye right now. Like I said, I was going to go like 10 minutes ago and I'm still here. So I have the gift of gab and I can just keep talking and talking and talking. So, but I should probably go. And yeah, me and Gigi, I'll send your regards to Gigi and the foster kitty. Thank you, everybody. And I'll definitely give them some treats for you guys. So that's a little game too, that especially when we're stuck inside, I'll put like treats in like a towel and then I'll tie the towel up and then Gigi's got to work to get them out. And then working on like tricks and stuff like that and doing like more mind games, not like mind games, but like to keep the mind active, especially when we've been stuck inside and we haven't really been able to like go for walks or be outside for, very long. But Delton stinker there. That's funny. All right. Thanks, Mars. Appreciate that. All right. You got the Bears winning. All right. All right. Clean Music Lover. What's going on, man? Thanks for your comment too. I saw your comment earlier. And yeah, I think I'm maybe over being wrong from yesterday. I know I said I'd shut up about it, but I'm still not completely over it. I'm still mad, but we already went over that. I already went over it. I already posted a video about it and I checked the work. I checked my charts and going to try to move forward. But again, trying to redeem myself today. So we'll move forward. But yeah, Clean Music Lover, to your point, I do have to check that out. And in regard to using the nodes, I don't normally look at the North Node and the South Node when I do the horary charts. But I might have to start using them, and yeah, so I might have to look into that a little bit more. But I know you had the Seahawks winning yesterday, so congratulations. So about that. Thanks, Delton. Good to see you. All right, everybody. I'm going to officially go now. So I'll catch you on the next one. Either I'll go live to do the recap of today's games, or I will post or do like a short video to do a recap, and then I'll post it on my TikTok, and then I'll post it on my like shorts or on my channel. You guys know, all the things. So appreciate everybody being here. Happy new moon again to everybody. Hope you get some great new beginnings and all that jazz. And until next time, everybody, be good, stay safe, be cool, all the things. Take care. All right, everybody. Peace out.